It's 2 o'clock.
Hi everybody, how you doing? Good morning. I'm so excited right now. It is just a blast and I'm right here inviting people to join me, letting them know, hey, I am online so they can go ahead and join me. There you go. All right. So, how is everybody doing? Okay. Okay, let me. So, how is everybody doing? You heard me twice. Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I am so excited, and I thank the Lord every day that I get up, that I'm able to serve Him and to deliver this word. In the first to last, next week will be my last segment on this with Jacob and Laman, the story of Jacob and how you apply it to business, and then I'll start another one. Look out for a book that I'm gonna write, and that it's gonna help you also apply your business to your job. It's about 100 pages, but it's a little workbook, and it's gonna be great. You apply those sayings, and it'll help you. Okay, so those of you who are just getting on and getting up and realizing, oh my gosh, it's 2 o'clock. So I'm here. But if you're joining me today, this is the fifth class on how to put God in your business with the story of Jacob. And today I am going to hit on Genesis 33. 1 through 20. If you want to get your Bibles out, you can join me as I read. What I do is I'll go ahead and read the verse to you, and then I'll tell you how do you apply it in your business. But before we go ahead and say that, you all know that I'm part of the Creative Spirit channel. If any of you were in the last Roku channel with the green and the purple in it, if you click on it, it's going to say some stuff that is untrue. Those of you know we have expanded, and it was the Creative Spirit channel to expand and go to another platform. Well, the last platform, I guess, they got jelly and decided to put this horrible thing on the channel when you click on it. So don't listen to that. We are starting. My CEO of the company is going after them to make sure they take that down because it's untrue, you know. So I just wanted to mention that in case any of you are looking us on Roku and we haven't been there, because our channel is being expanded. We have gone with another platform and they are remaking our channel. Hence the fact that we changed our logo to now this beautiful, sexy purple with green. So they're about to take that down. And I just wanted to share that with you before I start everything. You know, one thing I learned today in my pastor when I was in church, oh my gosh, it was so good. So if any of you follow me on uh, Facebook or, YouTube, you can go ahead, and I posted the pastor's segment on my Facebook, and you'll be able to see it. It is so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. To have that gift to deliver such a powerful message. Maybe one day I'll get there. Anyway, so right now, God is working on me baby steps, one day at a time, right? So I do baby steps. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead, and if all of you are in Genesis 33, verse 1, I'll start reading all the way until 22, I think. And this is where Jacob meets Esau. Now you're probably saying, man, I missed all of this. Well, you can go back. That's one thing about YouTube. You can always go back on my Inspired Reflections page on YouTube or my Facebook. I tend to post it there, the previous lessons on Sunday. But I'll give you a brief synopsis and update of what's going on. If you remember back in the day, uh, Jacob and Esau are brothers, okay? And Esau was a hunter, right? Their father, I want to say this right. I think their father, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm right. Maybe it's Isaac. I want to say it's right. I wish somebody was with me to correct me on that. But their father, I'm just going to say the father was about to die. He was blind and, he couldn't really see. And what happened is Jacob's mother, no, wait. Yeah, Jacob's mother was wanting him to make the soup. She was going to make the famous soup that she always makes that he likes. And then he told Jacob, come, and she put like fur in his arms too, because his brother Esau is very hairy. So I guess he was a hunter. He was very, and Jacob was this nice, clean boy, I guess. And she put fur on the arms and she went in there. She goes, go and get your father's blessing after you give him the soup. So he went in there to the father who was blind and was able to convince his father that he was Esau. And what happens is in those times, the prophets give a blessing, and they can only give one blessing to their children. And he was going to give it to Esau because that was his favorite, but Jacob was the mother's favorite. So what happened? Jacob took Esau's blessing. And then Esau was away hunting, getting the food to make the soup for the dad, but the mother made a soup for Jacob. And that's what happened. It's a really good story, like better than any soap opera. I'm trying to tell you, it is so good, but this is real, okay? So this is now many years later, where Jacob had to work almost 22 years, 14 years, 7 years for Rachel, 7 years for her sister, and another couple of years to even get enough supplies for him to have money to be able to go. And he escaped Laban. So now Laban and that situation is over. You see the previous message. Now he's gonna meet Esau, and one his people, the people that are in his encampment, told him Esau's coming with a big army. And he was like, "What?" Well, he sent so many cattle, sheep, ox, a whole bunch. He sent them with a whole bunch of presents. So now this story is when Jacob meets Esau. So this is a continuation. If you want to read the whole story, you got to go to Genesis, but it's really good. I'm telling you, it's better than any soap opera. Anyway, here we go. So I'm going to read from Genesis 33, starting in verse 1. It says, Jacob looked up, and there was Esau coming with his 400 men. So he divided the children among Leah, Rachel, and two female servants. He put the female servants and their children in front, Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph in the rear. He himself went on ahead and bowed down to the ground 7 times as he approached his brother. But Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. He threw his arms around his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Oh, that is so nice. Then Esau looked up and saw the woman and children. Who are these with you? He asked. Jacob answered, these are the children God has graciously given your servant. Then the female servants and their children approached and bowed down. Next, Leah and her children came and bowed down. Last of all came Joseph and Rachel, and they too bowed down. Esau asked, what's the meaning of all these flocks and herds I met? To find favor in your eyes, my lord, he said. But Esau said, I already have plenty, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself. No, please, Jacob said, if I have found favor in your eyes, accept this gift from me. For to see your face is like seeing the face of God, now that you have received me favorably. Please accept the presents that was brought to you, for God has been gracious to me, and I have all that I need. And because Jacob insisted, Esau accepted it. Then Esau said, let us be on our way. I'll accompany you. But Jacob said to him, my Lord knows that the children are tender and that I must care for the ewes and cows that are nursing their young. If they are driven too hard just one way, all the animals will die. So let my Lord on go ahead of his servant while I move along slowly at my pace of the flocks and herds before me and the pace of the children until I come to my Lord in Seir. Esau said, then let me leave some of my men with you. But why do that? Jacob asked. Just let me find favor in your eyes, my Lord. So that day Esau started on his way back to Seir. Jacob, however, went to Succoth, where he built a place for himself and made shelter for his livestock. That is why the place is called Succoth. After Jacob came from Padan Aram, he arrived safely at the city of Shechem in Canaan and camped within sight of the city for 100 pieces of silver. He bought from the sons of Hamer, the father of Shechem, the plot of ground where he pitched his tent. There he set up an altar, called it Elohi Israel. Oh, what a wonderful story, right? That to me was amazing. He's expecting his brother to attack and to um get mad at him, because what Jacob did when he was young, you got to go back and read that story. But what Jacob did to is awful. It was like when Esau said, if you come back and I see you, Esau said, I'm going to kill you. So his mother, before Esau got back, came and put him on a donkey with a bridesmaid bounty and sent him on his way, you know? So, and he had a couple of challenges because he know what he did was wrong, but it wasn't him, it was his mom. But the sins of the parents fall on the children. So there you go. Okay. So, how now you're saying, what's that got to do with business? Well, I'm going to tell you. The story of Jacob in Genesis 33, 1 through 20 reveals an important entrepreneurial lesson: putting in my time. And that's what this segment is called this week. It's putting in my time. After years of struggle, Jacob finally reunites with his brother Esau. However, instead of rushing forward recklessly, Jacob takes a patient, strategic, and humble approach to secure his future. This passage teaches us persistence, patience, relationship management, and long term vision, key principles for small business success. Okay. Point number one: success takes time and hard work. Don't believe the rich quick schemes that they're out there. They don't work. You're only making rich quick is the person who's selling the device. Really, a lot of people are into these days. They don't believe in hard work. They don't have patience. Now, unlike myself, I have been in my business for a very long time and worked hard in it, and it has paid off. Because see, what happens is when you're in a business, right, and you're starting off your business, it takes time because you're learning through your mistakes, right? So what used to work like this doesn't work like this. Like when I started out, okay, when I started my business, I was a painter. I sold 300 paintings and I was a painter, right? I wasn't painting anymore. All of a sudden now I am making bottles. So now I started making bottle designs. Oh, when they were gorgeous and they were selling. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Well, I got sick of bottles. That wasn't working. Then I started making coasters and clocks. And finally, I found something that I have passion of, that I have a patent on, which is my clocks. So that, but and then God didn't stop me there, right? He made me a producer for the Creative Spirit channel, and then He gave me this channel. So you see how God, and that's in just in 1 year. I'm telling 2 years the most, and that's like crazy fast. So God has a purpose for me, and I don't know where I'm going because I am a maturing Christian going through growth, and where God leads me with this business, I don't know. I have to pray for it. You fast, you pray, and He will show you. Okay, so this is just a wonderful thing that I'm gonna show you, but it takes success, takes time and work hard. Okay, Jacob spent years working for Laban, enduring challenges, setbacks, and hardships before reaching a place of stability and independence. This is how you apply it for your business. Entrepreneurship is long-term journey, not a quick fix. Okay. So anybody who's selling you these things that are quick, here, you can make it overnight, 24 hours, you make 30,000. If that was the case, think about it. If that was the case, everybody would be rich, making 30, $40,000. It's a lie. Okay. The devil will try to take your money so you can go ahead and spend it on necessary things. For that, pay your tithe and let God work your business. Okay. The second point, success requires patience, perseverance, consistent effort over the time. Third point, small business owners must embrace the process, knowing that growth happens gradually, not overnight. Even with the TV channel, we have gone through so many changes. And because we needed to learn, right? The first year is an idea and putting your ideas into realization. Okay. So grab your idea and make it real. Make it real, like realization. Okay. And then you're gonna learn that first year what you shouldn't do. You're settling in, you're getting to know, everything and the people you're gonna work with and the people God is gonna send you to see if they're a perfect match for your team. So you get that. The second year, it's growing your business. Okay. So now now growing, you're growing your business. You're doing connections, you're doing marketing, you're doing anything you need to do to make your business grow, right? You're advertising with the Creative Spirit channel, that the advertising, TV, whatever commercial you do to grow your business. The third year is when you start seeing your profits come in. Okay. And that's, putting God first and everything, because it is real. It does take money to make money, but it does not supposed to drown your bank. Okay. So don't listen to the rich quick schemes because they don't work. Okay, main point number two, humility and relationship management in business. Jacob approached Esau with humility, bowing 7 times to show respect. He didn't let his wealth or success make him arrogant. Okay, and that is wonderful because he know what he did was wrong. And he said, he is older than him. Esau was older than Jacob. So it was like, oh man. So how you apply this to business? Business relationships matter. Whether dealing with customers, competitors, or partners, humility and respect can strengthen professional connections. Networking and reputation play a big role in a long term business success. Entrepreneurships must learn to handle conflict gracefully and focus on maintaining good relationships rather than burning bridges. Okay. And every business goes to that, even if it can be with an employee or anything like that. You want to make sure that if you have a conflict or something that you don't agree with, come to them peacefully and with love, because that's the only way to do it. If you go to someone with a rotten attitude, a rotten tomato attitude, you're going to get rotten tomatoes thrown at you too. But if you come with humility, love, and graceful, you will be heard. And whoever knows, maybe the problem that you have can be solved at that moment. You just don't start making scripts in your head. Have you ever done that? You have a conflict with somebody, and all of a sudden You're making arguments in your head. You're arguing with the person before you even talk to them. I know you're saying, yeah, okay, that's only but the devil. He's putting those thoughts in your head. You don't know. So go to them peacefully. I've been there, trust me. And you just have to deal with people in a graceful, loving manner. Okay, so that's the thing that you have to do to be able to deal with relationships and conflicts. Okay, main point number three: strategic planning and risk management. Okay, before meeting Esau, Jacob divided his people and possessions to reduce the risk in case things went the wrong way. Even after reconciliation, he didn't rush but moved at his own pace to ensure sustainability. He didn't, he was smart. He divided everybody, he divided his children, his wives, his concubines, his stock, his rams, everything. He divided it. So in case he attacked one, the other two can run away, but they were already farther away. So they were across the river. So yeah. And this is they have made this story of Jacob on a movie. If you ever want to just look up Jacob, and you should be able to see the story. Okay, it's really good. Okay, how does this apply in business application? Entrepreneurs should plan carefully before making big moves. Expansion, partnerships, major investments. Taking calculated risk and having backup plans can prevent major loss. Instead of rushing into new opportunities, pace your growth based on your capacity and resource. Okay. Main point number four: generosity and building favor in business. Jacob offered gifts to Esau, not out of obligation, but as a way to build goodwill and secure peace. His generosity helped rebuild trust. How do you apply this to your business? Well, business application number one: giving back, whether through customer appreciation, discounts, mentorships, or community involvement, can straighten relationships and build a loyal network. Provide value first before expecting returns. It is a key principle in sales and marketing and partnerships. Generosity in business can open doors to unexpected opportunities and long term success. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. I make clocks, but when my clients get their boxes, they don't just get clocks. I put a little bit of bling bling in there. I put a little bit of notes on there, and then I send them a discount card for their next purchase. That's a way to bring them back. You got to think, if I was a customer, how would I like to come back to this person? How does she treat me? Oh man, she gave me candy. She gave me jewelry. She gave me a discount card. Man, I'm going back to this person to get some stuff. That's how you keep your customers. Keep in contact with them. Let them join your email list, text list, whatever you have. Let them come back to you, and they'll see treat them right, and they'll treat you right. Main point number five: knowing when to move or at your own pace. Esau invited Jacob to travel together, but Jacob declined, knowing that his family, flocks, and business needed a slower, sustainable pace. How do you apply this in business? Entrepreneurship should not compare their progress to others. Just because my business is slower than another company, don't compare, because it's about being stable and consistent at your own pace. Just because a competitor is expanding rapidly doesn't mean you need to rush. Move at a pace that ensures sustainable growth rather than forcing the expansion too soon. Now, if God does it, that's a different story, because it happened to us. 7 months later, we expanded. That was God's doing. Nobody else but God, right? So that's my main point. Mainly, just go at your own pace. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Don't be like, well, she's going up faster than me. Why can I not grow faster? How come she got all of this? Don't do it. You know why? Maybe it's time to put God in your business. But you don't have to do and compare yourself to nobody else, because you're uniquely beautiful just the way you are. Okay. Main point number six: establishing a long term presence Building a legacy. After reconciliation with Esau, Jacob bought land and built an altar in Shechem, establishing a long term base for his family and business. How do you apply this in business application? Think long term. Build a business that is sustainable, not just profitable in short run. Secure a strong foundation, whether through branding, customer loyalty, or financial stability. Entrepreneurship isn't just about making money, it's about creating a lasting impact and legacy. You see, you want to build a legacy not just for you, because whatever you build is going to be left to your children's and your children's children and your grandchildren and their children. You want to be able to leave it long lasting because you're building your own legacy, even if you have a famous name. So just take your time. Let God guide you and pace you at the right that you're supposed to go. Okay. In conclusion, the value of putting in your time in entrepreneurship. Just to recap what I said, Jacob's journey in Genesis 33 120 highlights key principles for small business owners. Success takes time. Stay patient and persistent. Business relationships require humility and respect. Plan strategically and move at a sustainable pace. Generosity and goodwill can open doors for growth. Don't compare your journey to others. Focus on your own path. Build a long term business, not just a short term profit. By applying these lessons, entrepreneurship can navigate the challenges, build strong relationships, and create businesses that stand the test of time. Okay, so that is the lesson for today. And I hope you enjoyed it because you know what? Your business is important. And what's more important than anything else that you have is the fact that you can put God first in your business and let Him work your business. Put Him center, give Him your all financially, wisdom first thing in the morning, pray to Him. Just give yourself to God and watch Him grow your business. So, I hope this helps. Next week, we'll be measuring my success. That'll be the last lesson in this series. And I hope that you enjoyed it. And just apply it. It's always on the Creative Spirit channel, and you can always recap on the Inspired Reflections YouTube channel as well. For today, I leave you with a lot of love and caring. I'm going to show you a couple of commercials and then we'll be done. Thank you so much, and I will see you next. Ciao.